Welcome back to Will It Banh Mi, the show where we try to find out, can we take these classic dishes we love so much and turn it into a banh mi? Today, we are going to banh mi, a Chinese takeout. We are focused on the American style Chinese takeout because I'm an American style boy. So that's what I know. Fresh, beautiful banh mi's from the market this morning. It's pretty exciting to live here in Ho Chi Minh City, aka Saigon. No matter where you are in the city, there are 3 bakeries within 3 minutes of a motorbike ride from you. And these 5 banh mi's cost me $15K, so it's a good price. So we're gonna try to combine basically 3 different dishes today. For our main protein, we're gonna be making General Chow's or General Tso's chicken. I know is, I think, uniquely American. General Chow's chicken is always cubed in small dices, and it's fried crispy. At takeaways, it's gonna be chicken thigh. I'm a very thrifty young man. I got my chicken 20% off. We all love discount chicken. So I'm gonna go through here quickly, make sure there's no bone fragments left. Basically, I'm just opening it up, feeling for any bone fragments, which I found right away. You always wanna do this. Don't trust the butcher, the meat packing plant to debone these well for you. So about that size, I'm gonna keep it the way it's served and go with this bite-sized pieces. All right, we're gonna marinate the chicken. And basically, this is like a wet, starchy marinade. I got a little bit of sesame oil. For this particular style of marinade or style of batter, some people use egg, some people don't. I'm gonna add an egg purely because why not? I'll take the extra protein in here. Then the unique part, we're gonna be adding water. Probably like 1/4 cup around there. I'm gonna add some white pepper. This is kind of a standard marinade, standard mix or standard flavoring for most of this Chinese takeaway stuff. White pepper is the preferred pepper. It's rarely gonna be black. And the chicken or the proteins are always gonna get velveted, meaning that we're adding some baking soda inside. So we're gonna add a little bit of added baking soda. And this is gonna help to tenderize the chicken. And when you always have that Chinese takeaway and the chicken always just kind of tastes softer, it just feels different than when you cook chicken at home, it's the baking soda. That's what does it. And the cornstarch, which we are also gonna add right now, the cornstarch and the baking soda kind of work together, tenderize the meat, and then we added all this extra water in there, so the cornstarch helps the water to absorb into the chicken, and then also keeps the chicken super moist. So this is a really cool technique. So this batter is gonna be cornstarch and wheat flour, and so really I'm eyeballing this, obviously. The main thing we're gonna be looking for is the texture. I can readjust the texture later. I have some garlic powder I'm gonna add into here too. I'm gonna do a little bit of soy sauce. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. A little bit of ginger too. I washed this already, so I do not care about, I'll use a little skin, it's no problem to me. Now we're cooking. Let's mix this up. Actually, so this batter is looking great already. This thickness is really nice. We want it to be loose. It needs to be loose. It needs to be kind of soupy, a little sticky. It should have some coating on it. We're gonna put this to the side and let it hang out. Marinate, baby. Next, we're gonna make the famous, wonderful filling for crab rangoon. So that's like a fried wonton filled with cream cheese and fake crab. One of the top tier appetizers, Chinese appetizers in America. You could almost think of it as like a Chinese mozzarella stick. So it's basically fried cheese, where instead of mozzarella cheese, we're using cream cheese and a tiny bit of flavoring. I'm gonna add way more crab than they would add. Green onions I'm gonna chop thin. Okay, some of this green onion I'm gonna reserve. Some of it I'm gonna put in here. And literally, like, when you buy this at a Chinese takeaway, there's gonna be like 4 green onions. It's gonna be nothing, but I'm using more because I do like it. And next, for the crab rangoon, we gotta have crab, and we are using crab with a K. K-Rab. I like this stuff. I might be a fine dining chef, but I still like the cheap, crappy food too. I like it crappy and cheap. I enjoy it. We're just gonna cut it up. And again, in a typical crab rangoon, it is going to be a few flakes of crab. We may be using the cheap stuff, but we're gonna use a lot of it. We're not gonna be cheap with the cheap stuff. All right, let's see. Can I be lazy or should I bring out my mixer? I'm gonna try to just use my spatula. Did I put anything in? No. All right, let's do the white pepper in here. White pepper is what we're gonna see all the time. White pepper, white pepper. A little bit of salt. This would typically be the normal filling for the crab rangoon. Because I'm gonna be using this as a spread for the banh mi, I'm gonna season it a little, probably more aggressively. A little bit of ginger in here as well, because I am a fancy man. Is it gonna be Viet and Chinese fusion or just traditional Chinese? It's gonna be traditional American Chinese. That's the idea. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, that's crab rangoon right there. It's so good. There's nothing in it, and it's so good. Wow. Okay, next. When we get a Chinese takeaway, there's basically only 3 vegetables, at least in the States, that we get. Is going to get broccoli. When I used to have a restaurant in Philadelphia, and I would go to like the wholesale supply and buy my produce and stuff, it was always Chinese guys in there just buying cases and cases of broccoli, because that's the most important vegetable to them for a Chinese takeaway. We're always going to see bell pepper, you know, because typically the Chinese takeout, you're going to get the bell pepper kind of big. You know, it's going to be something like this. But when I'm imagining that on the banh mi, that's not what I want to see. And there's a part of me that wanted to deep fry all the vegetable, because we're gonna see that all the time. Even the stuff that doesn't look deep fried, they deep fried first and then they stir fry afterwards. So I wanna cook it, but I wanna keep some texture and crispness to it. So I wanna have this big, and then I'll cut it from there. I just really wanted to kiss the oil, pull it out, and be done with it. The broccoli, because it's gonna take longer than bell pepper, I will kind of cut these in sort of a thinner strand. And then we're gonna also absolutely use the broccoli stem. If you guys aren't using broccoli stems, you're wasting food, dude. Broccoli stem is very fantastic. Vegetables going straight in the oil, no batter, no nothing. After that, they put the items in a strain of some kind and let them drain. So that's gonna be our try today. All right, so you can see this is in here a few seconds. I still wanna have crunch on this. I wanna have some texture. I just wanna remove the rawness on this. This oil's hot. We're probably almost 390 right now, so that's why it's so fast. You can see the broccoli's already got some color on it, a little bit of brown. The other trio that we would get normally for a Chinese takeout would be onion of some variety. This is gonna be a little bit annoying to come back and cut this in a julienne when we're done, but that's it. We do what we have to do. Done with that process. The vegetable to me looks cooked, well seasoned. I'm thinking slaw-like, right? So I wanna have the julienne cut on this kind of veg. And the broccoli, we already kind of shredded it small, so I don't need to cut it. I'm happy with that cut on there. So I'm gonna go straight with all that green onion we cut before right in. So we're gonna season this salad up with some sesame oil, soy sauce, some salt. I don't want this to be like too dark. I'm having some regrets on how I cut this. Even though this is the vegetable medley of takeaway, it doesn't look like takeaway because it's not cubed up, but I think this is gonna eat better in the sandwich. And I'm probably gonna grind in a little bit of raw garlic into here too. Chef, why wouldn't you just roast the vegetable? The roasting of the vegetable would just create a different effect. And that roasting flavor doesn't happen in Chinese takeaway. The frying is how we see most of the vegetables getting cooked for the stir fry. So even though that goes against my instincts completely. And because now this is going to be an oily salad, but a good one. Wow. Okay, that's good. I'm in. That's a winner. Next, we're gonna make a crispy component. One thing that I always remembered, especially my grandmother, would take me to go eat Chinese food in Philadelphia. And on the table would be these fried wonton chips that we would dip into duck sauce, which is basically just apricot jelly. And they were free, and they would be in a bowl, and boy, would I eat a lot of them. So we're basically recreating that, and we're gonna fry these crispy. And we're gonna use this as a topping. This should go fast and beautiful. And we can see that oil is hotter, so these are puffing up even better. And they're getting that curly look that I would remember my grandma taking me to go eat Chinese food. This is exactly what it looked like. Although maybe cut a little bit thinner now that I think about it. The chips we're gonna put on the side, ready to go. And these are going to be good. All right, let's work on the sauce for the General Chow's before we fry it, so I wanna be ready for that. I think the General Chow's sauce is incredibly easy. It's surprising how simple it is and almost nothing to it. It's basically like water, sugar, soy sauce. They're kind of all like variations of that. And obviously, I mean, this is like supposed to be cheap. They can't add much in terms of cost. They gotta keep the cost down for that style of food. I mean, really what we're doing is making kind of a sweet, salty garlic water and then thickening it. Oil's in the pan, garlic in. Woo, that's fragrant. I like that. So we're just frying it for a second, then we're gonna add some water to this pan right now. There we go, garlic water, I told you. We're gonna go dark soy sauce, that's gonna give us that color. We're gonna go dongdan or hoisin sauce. We're gonna go oyster sauce. Rice vinegar, I'll do a little bit of chili flake. I don't wanna do too much. If this was alone, I'd go very heavy on this, but my kids will definitely have some of this, so I'm not gonna go crazy. I'll probably put a lot more chili flake on the top when we serve it. Do a little pinch of sugar. Grated ginger in here as well. Okay. We can't have Chinese takeout without Chinese restaurant syndrome, right? We need a little MSG. Fuyo! Way to go. Pretty good now. I think you'd probably be surprised how much sugar's in a lot of this food you're eating, especially anything that's sticky or shiny is sugar, baby. That's what it is. And most of the Chinese takeout stuff is sugar. The vegetable salad, which is not sweet in any way, it's very savory, so we need sweetness. So this is going to be the very sweet component that's gonna help bring the balance to make it a banh mi to me. To thicken this up, we're gonna make a cornstarch slurry. We need water, we need cornstarch. There's really no recipe for this. We don't have to pour all this in. We're just gonna use as much as we need until it's thick enough. You wanna make sure you use cold water, not hot water. We'll bring our sauce to a boil. Here we go, cornstarch is going in. We're not gonna do it all. It's very powerful thickening agent. You can stir it, you can swirl it, and do not add any more until it comes to the boil. I'm adding a little bit more, and that's gonna be it. Okay, so we can see, much thicker. Now we kind of have that glazy sort of look to it. You could also use potato starch. If you didn't have cornstarch, it works equally well. There you go. It's shiny, it's thick, it's good. Let's fry the chicken. Let's finish this thing out. The chicken's been in that loose batter. And I guess the only annoying part about this style is we have to kind of drip these in one by one. If I just went for it, it would all stick together and we would get this chicken cake sort of vibe. I don't want to overload the fryer, so I'm gonna stop right there. It's probably already overloaded already, by the way. Ooh, we're looking good. There we go. It's surprisingly fast. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I'm nervous. That's too fast. All right, let's do it. Color looks good already. And because I know I'm deep frying again, I'm not too concerned about this being undercooked because I still think this is gonna be a little bit rare or raw in the middle. That was very fast. We're gonna leave there for a few seconds and we're gonna deep fry again. Always a good strategy, especially if we're doing some very saucy thing or we wanna hold crunchy texture. Good idea to double fry. So I got sauce is heating back up, nice and hot now. And we're gonna throw our chicken right from the fryer into our sauce. This is gonna be a really good experiment for me because I have some concerns about putting too much crispy stuff inside of a banh mi. We're gonna have the banh mi shell, which is gonna be crispy. We're gonna have crispy fried chicken, and then we're gonna have crispy strips. And I just wanna know, is that too much? Is it just overdoing it? But we'll find out very soon. It is ready. We might be looking at a great banh mi right now. Let's assemble. The banh mi we're gonna layer with the cream cheese inside. We're gonna pretend the cream cheese is the pate, and I'm gonna do it both sides. So here's my cool part. So I'm gonna throw this in the oven. So it's kind of like the cream cheese is warming up, like it would have been if it's fried. And now we have General Chow's chicken as our main protein. Crispy, sweet, sour. On top of that, standard takeout veg mix. Broccoli, bell pepper, onion, deep fried, mixed with sesame seed oil. Toasted sesame seeds on top of the veg. This is looking like takeout right now inside of a banh mi. This is so funny to me, see it like this. Wow. Oh, I'm really excited right now. To top it off, to make it even cooler, the fried crispy wonton strip, which would be the outside of the crab rangoon or the free appetizer that you find on the table at the Chinese restaurants. There we go. This looks like a banger. Let's try it. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. You got it, I'm eating. Let's try this thing. I'll tell you right away, there's not too much crispiness. It's not like, oh, it's too, no. The kids are about to rate their sandwich, see what they think. A 10.
A 10, 9.
A 19? Liam? A 10.
I love the sauce.
You love the sauce, anything else?
I feel like I taste lots of fish sauce in the sauce.
Umami?
Can I have another one?
Yeah, you wanna try another one? Yeah, you can have another one. Let's see what Tang thinks of this thing. I don't believe Tang has any reference to what we're talking about in terms of Chinese takeout. This style of food.
Oh, it's interesting.
Is interesting.
Yeah.
This really does have that flavor that we are used to, that Americans would be used to. Wait, has Tang tried really making Chinese food? No. And I guess it's really just gonna be for, is it a good banh mi?
I will stand on the Vietnamese perspective of what is a banh mi.
Yes, that's the right place for you to be. Like, is this a banh mi?
First of all, it's a banger of a sandwich.
I agree.
I think it's one of the best thing you make in this month.
In this month?
Yeah. The cream cheese works so well in there,
Yes.
and I wish banh mi in Vietnam has more cream cheese in
Yes.
it, but I think it's expensive.
It's too expensive, yes.
I think I'm actually craving this one.
You could crave this one?
But
Would you be rich?
I'm gonna be sad because you're not gonna make it anymore.
We'll see, maybe, this is a cool dish. This is a really cool dish.
With banh mi, yeah.
Oh, it's definitely gonna banh mi, yeah.
Only problem is it's a little bit heavy,
Yeah.
which is not typical for Vietnamese banh mi.
can
But
agree.
the flavor is great. Everything about it's great.
Can you banh mi a Chinese takeaway? Yes, it will. This is a 9, bro. This is a good sandwich. I like it so much. The only thing stopping me from the 10, which I said, well, I can't even do my show anymore. My family just loves this sandwich so much. My wife loves it. She said, right away. Okay, so you can see that this is a good sandwich. What I was trying to say is, the only thing really to improve this for me is more cream cheese on the bread, which I just did. I think the pickled chili element would be fantastic. Just a little bit more acidity, a little bit more heat for me would be the game, and I'm at a 10. I think it's a top tier sandwich. It's really fantastic.
Chef does know how to cook chicken. The wonton skin fries is very good in there, and the sweet chicken is good. I like sweet food.
Yeah. We're out. Let's call the stream an end. Thanks so much for watching, guys. My wife is already on the cleaning. Thank you so much for keeping our studio nice and clean here, honey. Have a great day. Peace.